Hey guys, it's Duncan here, KH fan. I'm gonna do a concert review, and it's not normally gonna be an album review sort of thing, but I mean, sort of, but in a way, it's just me reviewing a show I went to last night. And the show that I went to last night, if you can't see from the description, it was In Flames, Trivium, Veil of Maya, and Kyng. Now, me and a bunch of buddies of mine went down there from here in Maine. Took us about 3.5 hours to 4 due to traffic in Massachusetts, and we got to the venue. It was at the Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts, and what can I say? Okay, we'll start off with the first band, Kyng. Now, this band took me completely by surprise. I mean, they kind of sounded like a sludge metal band, but a little heavier and more aggressive than most sludge metal bands I've heard. And the main focus I had was watching the drummer, because they had a little setup on stage, like the drums were like right in the center of the stage, like right up front, and then you had the guitar player on one side, bass player on the other. They put on a really fucking good show. I could not stop watching the drummer. He was fucking phenomenal. I'd have to give some credit to that guy. That guy blew me away. That's what I got to say about that band. I mean, hey, I might go see them if I go to Rock on the Range this year. I might actually fly out there to that. But anyway, next up was Veil of Maya. Actually, before I get to that, before Veil of Maya, I actually ran into some fellow YouTubers, Absent Productions. Yes, Brandon and Alex. I ran into those guys. I hung out with them for a while. We watched Veil of Maya, and we got a little pissed because we saw a bunch of hardcore dancers in the pit. That's one thing I hate the most about shows, seeing hardcore dancers. I hate them. Veil of Maya's set was pretty sick. Definitely a really tight band live. You should definitely check them out. They played one song off the upcoming album Eclipse, which was called Punisher, I believe. It was pretty awesome. They played some other ones that I knew, like Unbreakable, Dark Passenger, It's Not Safe to Swim, that sort of stuff, like the popular songs basically for Veil of Maya. And hey, it was awesome. And then me and those guys, we chilled for a little bit, and we waited for Trivium to get on stage, and Trivium was fucking sick. I mean, the minute that freaking Matt Heafy screamed In Waves, the freaking pit exploded, and me and them were getting pretty damn crushed and pushed around like an awful lot. Like, crowd did not let up last night. It was incredibly ridiculous. Man, it was a fun time though. I will say that. That was probably the most intense Trivium show I've been a part of. Well, probably tied with like the last time I saw them at the Palladium and they headlined and I was up front. But anyway, they got done. Then we all waited for In Flames. Wow, In Flames, man, they pretty much put on the best show I've ever seen at the Palladium. Probably. That was a little better. It might have been just as good as the Anthrax show I saw there. But yeah, they were pretty damn good. Yeah. They played a wide variety of stuff from previous albums. Like the oldest album they went to was like Horacle. I think they played one song off Horacle, which was The Hive. I was happy to see that song live. They played a few songs. They played like I want to say 6 or 7 new songs off Sounds of a Playground Fading, which all the song choice they made from that album was great. They played a few off of Sense of Purpose, the previous album, my least favorite In Flames album, but I still like it. Couple off Reroutes Remain, some off of Clayman, that sort of stuff. All in all, I have to give, if I were to give this concert a score, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. This show is off the walls crazy. So yeah, there's only like couple shows left. So if you're watching this and you have a show from that tour coming up, you should go to that show, because it's one hell of a show and you don't want to miss it. I take my word for it, really. All right, so I'm done talking about that. It was a good show, nonetheless. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to other shows So be on the lookout for other concert reviews in the future. This is Duncan signing off. Peace out. Always keep it metal and subscribe.